This changes everything, and this is indeed trillion-dollar news. So this company called Energy Singularity, NIO, has massive investments in this company, and what it specializes in is in fusion tech, and it's a commercial company. NIO has massive holding in this company, and they just had a revolutionary breakthrough. Here is the company featured on CCTV, which is the biggest channel here in China. With every company that NIO invests in, NIO uses tech from that company. For example, InnoVusion, NIO uses its LiDAR system from that company, and also companies like NReal, which has been renamed XReal, also NIO's solid state battery pack manufacturer. NIO also has significant investments in that company as well. And then you have this company, which is the cutting edge in terms of tech that China has to offer. And what just happened? So this news just dropped yesterday. The HH70 tokamak, otherwise known as a fusion reactor that this company has, becomes the world's first high-temperature superconducting tokamak to achieve first plasma. Recently, the world's first fully high-temperature superconducting tokamak device, developed and constructed by Energy Singularity, known as HH70, has successfully achieved first plasma. HH70 has conducted discharge experiments based on two types of pre-ionization methods. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much of the science, everything like that. All right, the more important point, the completion and operation of HH70 have taken the lead in the world in completing the engineering feasibility verification of high-temperature superconducting tokamak, marking that China has gained a first-mover advantage in the key field of high-temperature superconducting magnetic confinement fusion. At the same time, the research and construction of HH70 have also achieved a number of innovative results. And this is the key points, all right? 4 key points. The world's first high-temperature superconducting magnetic confinement fusion device. That's point number 1. Point number 2, the world's first high-temperature superconducting tokamak. Number 3, the world's first superconducting tokamak built by a commercial company. Number 4, one of the 4 superconducting tokamaks in operation worldwide. The successful discharge of HH70 signifies that Energy Singularity has become the first and currently the only team in the world to build and operate a fully high-temperature superconducting tokamak, as well as the first and currently the only commercial company to build and operate a fully superconducting tokamak. Starting from the completion and operation of HH70 and taking HH70 as a key experimental platform, we will invest in the development of the next generation of high-field, high-temperature superconducting tokamak devices, HH170, which aims to achieve a deuterium-tritium equivalent energy gain greater than 10. In layman's terms, if you guys didn't know, fusion is combining hydrogen to form helium, and deuterium is just another form of hydrogen. Controlled nuclear fusion is expected to provide humanity with an almost infinite, clean, and cheap source of energy, and is considered the ultimate energy solution as the only magnetic confinement fusion technology route that has completed scientific feasibility verification. The tokamak has always been the focus of global controlled nuclear fusion research and development. High-temperature superconducting tokamak combines robust physics with engineering innovation, which is expected to greatly improve the cost-effectiveness of the device and accelerate the commercialization of fusion energy, and has become the direction of fusion energy research and development that attracts the most market-oriented funding worldwide. As a domestic institution that took the lead in focusing on the research and development of high-temperature superconducting tokamak since its establishment in 2021, Energy Singularity has taken accelerating the realization of human energy freedom as its mission. adhering to the values of extreme efficiency and seeking truth from facts, and has established an integrated high-temperature superconducting magnet design, processing, and testing platform, and built the capabilities for research and development, design, construction, and operation of high-temperature superconducting tokamak devices. So what does this all mean for NIO? Well, we know that NIO is pretty much also an energy company on top of being an automobile company, just like how Tesla is also a robotics company on top of being an automobile company. And in fact, Tesla is also pursuing the route of energy storage, similar to how NIO is doing right now with the battery swap stations. And in fact, Tesla is actually behind NIO. They are just taking action right now, building the Shanghai Gigafactory to expand that out to make megapacks for energy storage, whereas NIO has already taken the lead and has already achieved energy storage with all these swap stations, and also a lot of them in Europe as well. We may still be quite some years off from sustainable fusion power. However, with NIO invested in that company, Energy Singularity, and having a big stake in that company, it means that NIO will definitely take part and have a piece of the action once that company becomes mainstream and that tech becomes mainstream. And we could possibly see power plants with fusion reactors, these tokamaks, and they could be supplying lots and lots of power to these swap stations that NIO has. And of course, NIO is going to be one of the dominant companies in terms of energy storage. And the most important message that this all really sends to NIO shareholders is the fact that we need to see NIO more as an energy company and not just an automobile company, because NIO Power is so huge. All right, and NIO has so many of these great investments in cutting edge technology that NIO will definitely be part of in the future. And you don't know what NIO is going to cook up in the future with all these great tech. Are they going to have swap stations that have nuclear fusion in them? That sounds ridiculous, but who knows? Maybe 30, 40 years we might have that. And we come back to the point, why is NIO losing a lot of money? They're spending a lot on R&D. They're spending a lot on building out these swap stations to get that dominant foothold before Tesla even produces the first megapack here in China. So NIO is spending money for that first mover's advantage, for energy storage. NIO is going to be worth billions and billions and billions of dollars, and even trillions of dollars in the future, based just off of energy storage, battery swapping, and potentially in the future, these cutting edge technologies such as fusion that they're heavily invested in.